Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing a GeForce GTX 750 1GB model in GTA 5. We're gonna see Jack and kill Bob. Amazing. So this one is a Medion OEM version of the card. We are running it with the latest Nvidia drivers and I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech Power Up's GPU-Z. Again, we got 1GB of GDDR5, which is bad. I wish it was the 2GB, but this is the one I got. Over on the left, we're pairing it with a Ryzen 5 3600X and 16GB of RAM in dual channel, DDR4 3200MHz, and yes, these are very overkill specs for a GTX 750, but all you need to achieve the same FPS is just a CPU that does not bottleneck the GTX 750. So expect the same results if you pair it with like an i5 4460 or 4590, something like that should be able to max out this GPU. Shall we? Let's go for the settings first. I'm starting at 1080p resolution using like high-ish settings. This one is set to the minimum right here because if I start increasing, you can see that the VRAM utilization right here starts increasing as well. And we only have 1GB and we're already over it a little bit, so I don't want to push it. You know, texture quality will need to stay at normal as well because on high it massively increases VRAM usage, and everything else is set to high over here. Aside from post effects, which introduces motion blur and bloom, and I don't really like the effects. Advanced graphics are all turned off, and with these settings I have played for about 5 minutes already, and it's a really smooth experience actually. As you can see, it's getting like 60s, 70s around here. It doesn't look bad by any means. The textures could definitely look better, of course, but it is what it is. Alright, let's start counting our FPS. We're getting 50s inside of the car in this area. Interesting, it's dropping a little bit, but most of the time I'm expecting like 60 to 70 frames per second, especially here on the road. Oh boy. Okay, as you can see, it even touches 70 FPS at times and 69, which is absolutely perfect. God damn it. Now, you could lower the graphics a little bit if you want to achieve 60 plus 100% of the time, of course, but I think these are very, very decent for a GTX 750. These are the adequate settings, I would say, at 1080p resolution, because it looks great, honestly. And if you start lowering some of the settings, it will start looking pretty rough. You know, it's a 10-year-old game after all. I mean, 11-year-old actually at this point. Look at that. Over here, it's getting 70s. Pretty good stuff. Yeah. Ooh, that was close. I really thought it was gonna explode there. Okay, but now, near the Jack Hill and near a lot of vegetation, this is where it's gonna drop the most. So it drops into the 40s, as you can see. Mid-40s minimums, not bad. It's still very playable and it can be very enjoyable like this. Hello Jacqueline, how's it going? Everything alright? Say hi to Jack for me and tell him that I am coming back, okay, to see him. So hopefully he'll be here next time. Also over here inside of these bushes, which are pretty much like the most intensive bushes inside of this game, it does dip into the 30s, high 30s, you know. Goodbye, Bob. There we go. My God, I'm so sorry. Wait a second. He's fine, right? He's just asleep. Yes, he's okay. He's okay. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. You know what? I'm thinking of re-recording this part just because of it. But no, let's roll with that. Anyways, as you can see, most of the time it's gonna hover around 60 FPS, and it can dip into the 30s, like high 30s, at its absolute minimums. And that means that it's a pretty stable experience considering the age of the GPU as well. You know, it released back in 2014, so it's 10 years old at the moment, and you can still play a super popular title today with it absolutely fine. So yeah, if you're looking into buying a brand new GT 1030 for an old system that you have with like an i5 4th gen or 3rd gen, or an i7 2nd gen, for example, and you're using integrated graphics on that, a GTX 750 won't consume a lot of power. You don't even need a PCIe connector to the power supply, you know, and it will deliver a much better experience than integrated graphics. This is why I love these GTX 750, 750 Ti GPUs, because they're based on the Maxwell architecture. They're very, very efficient, and they're super cheap these days for people just looking to play some GTA 5 or maybe like Dota 2. So I'm tempted to go up in resolution, actually, guys. You know what? Let's do 1440p, 4K, and then like 900p and 720. Okay, here we go. So now the video memory went up slightly once again as we increase the resolution, of course, but I'll keep everything the same right here because most of these settings don't really use that much VRAM anyways. Sorry about the gameplay now because it's actually running at 30 Hz, so it's rough to watch it like this. But hey, it is actually performing pretty well, isn't it? It's 1440p. This GPU was definitely not made for 1440p, even when it released, you know. Alright, so we really drove a lot during the 1080p section of this video, guys. I'm a little bit lost right now, not gonna lie. Wait a second, I got an idea, guys. Oh, Jesus, no! Okay. It's fine, Michael. I'm gonna do Painkiller here, okay? And Skyfall, and we can now see a different scenario as well. Look at this. Damn, seeing the map from above, not a problem. It's actually getting higher FPS here than down there. All right, we're almost there. Ooh, can we actually hit Bob while falling? Oh my God, this is interesting. Let's go. Bob is right there, I think. Somewhere around here. Bob! It's very hard to do. Okay, never mind. Especially with 30 FPS. And it is finally dropping, by the way. 29, 28. So it does indeed drop into the 20s. But I think on normal settings, it would actually be playable. Jack? Where are you, boy? I know you're somewhere around here. Because I heard you. Jack? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe he just ran away? Probably did, right? Because I don't see him anywhere, unfortunately. Also, getting like 40s and 30s around here is not bad. It's really only going to drop inside of bushes like this one. So, not a major problem, honestly, guys. Okay, guys, we're back here. Holy crap, we're actually getting the same FPS as 1080p high settings, but now we are at 1440p lowest settings, which are the normal settings in this game, alright? And advanced settings are all turned off still. VRAM usage was also kind of the same as 1080p high, so that means that it won't really stutter at all. And I'm surprised because we actually played for about like 5 minutes at 1440p, and it didn't even stutter once. And I actually thought it would be kind of a stuttery mess because, well, when you run out of VRAM in this game, it usually is kind of a stuttery mess. And it is actually really similar, once again, to what we saw at 1080p resolution. Maybe even slightly better here on normal settings at 1440p. How many of you expected a 1GB GTX 750 to achieve 60 plus FPS average at 1440p resolution today in GTA 5? I don't think a lot of you did. Wait a second. What are you doing here, buddy? Please stop. Go away. Go inside of your house. Oh my God. That was terrifying, actually. Please go back. Yeah, go this way. No, go the other way, buddy, the other way, yes. Oh boy, get out of the highway. Where is he going? It's so cute, by the way. He's like a fat cat, but he's running so fast and it doesn't get tired at all. Okay, now you can clearly see there is no grass. We still got a lot of these bushes. So sorry, a rabbit. And it still drops into like the 40s, kind of the same as 1080p once again. Oh, there's Jack. There we go. Hello, Jack. You're looking beautiful today. Don't you want to go to the beach? There's your cousin there. But yeah, since we got no grass here, it actually performs quite a lot better than previously. And of course, we're using lowest settings, so it doesn't drop as much. I guess if you wanted 30 plus FPS all of the time, goodbye, Bob. Goodbye, Bob. If you want to play at 1440p, I will recommend it. Just because of those averages. It's absolutely perfect. It couldn't get more perfect averages than this. I love the experience here. Let's bump it up to 4K. Okay, 4K is just way too much, guys. We're heavily running out of VRAM. The mouse is at 8 FPS here, although I think inside of the game it's probably going to be a little bit better. It's just because I just applied 4K, and well, I'm going to be here forever, but eventually you'll see that I'm running at the normal settings. Oh no. See, sometimes I actually get lower FPS right after applying a new resolution here in GTA 5, and then I go back to the game and it runs a lot better. This is not one of those times, unfortunately. It drops FPS like crazy. We went from a good 30 plus FPS experience all of the time with 69 on average at 1440 to 3 FPS at 4K. Can I please go to the menu? I'm trying here. Doesn't work. Okay, there we go. Fine. Ooh, look at that. 23. Wait. What if I get out of the menu now? No, it's the same thing. Okay. Alright, now I'm back to 1080p using the same normal settings just to see how it goes. Alright. And look at that. Oh yes. 80s. 80 FPS. Can we get like 60 plus even inside of bushes? That's what I'm going for those people who just can't drop from 60 FPS. You know, I would be fine again with high settings, and I really recommend those in this game. But hey, if you're all about FPS, look at that. We're getting close to 100 frames per second. That's really good. It's actually going above 100 frames per second at times. Wow. Alright, let me go that way though. We're gonna see Jack again. Now you can clearly see that it's now looking really bad, actually. I mean, it's not terrible looking. At least it's still sharp. It doesn't have that blurry TAA that a lot of newer titles utilize. It's okay, you know, but I wouldn't really. If you can use higher settings than this and make the game look pretty, actually, why do this, right? In my opinion, at least. And it's a single-player game at the same time. So inside of bushes, we can actually achieve 60 plus. Let's see these ones right here. Yeah, not a problem. Wow. Hello, Jacqueline. How's it going? Oh, just going over you. All right. Yeah, it's still capable of achieving 60 plus FPS if you wanted to. Alright, now we're playing at 1600 by 900 resolution. There are some 900p monitors out there, and if you want to play at that native res with 750 on high settings, I think it's gonna be a super smooth experience. Look at this. We were seeing like 60s around here at 1080p, and now we got like 15 more frames per second. That's quite a considerable difference. Anyways, we're reaching up to 94 FPS. I saw it pick at 94. Damn, that's really good. 92 right here. So now, especially if you have a 900p monitor with something like this, you can achieve a really nice experience at your native resolution. So it's gonna look really nice and play pretty well at the same time. This might be better than 1080p just because of that, if you have that 900p monitor, of course. This actually brings back memories, guys. Back in the days when I was playing I think it was Battlefield 4 2013, I was playing it at 720p. Look at that, 99 FPS. It didn't really touch 100, but it got really close. In a 1080p monitor, and it looked pretty bad, and I was looking for like a 1366 by 768 monitor, because at native resolution that would be way prettier, and I ended up getting a 900p monitor, I think, and it looked really sharp. But the performance was not enough with my GTX 30M, unfortunately. Anyways, we're seeing Jacqueline again. I don't know why. Jacqueline maybe likes us more than Jack does. Interesting. Also, 61 FPS, 1% lows, but it is actually dropping into the 50s. Still, it's much better to drop into the mid-50s around here than into the high 30s or low 40s. It feels really smooth here with these FPS. Goodbye, Bob, by the way. And it is very stable, no stuttering still. VRAM usage is even lower than what it was at 1080p, of course. And yeah, it's a quite enjoyable experience with 80 FPS average and 53 1% lows at 900p, guys. Finally, we're at 720p resolution, still going above the video memory limits. Oh, I totally forgot about these settings, by the way. These shouldn't really be intensive for the GPU. They are more CPU intensive settings, you know, so the FPS should be the same at 900p with them enabled. Advanced graphics are all turned off, and let's go. Start counting our FPS right here, 90 plus. Haha. All right, but this looks extremely shimmery, guys. Damn. Okay, of course, in a native 720p monitor or like a 768p monitor, it will look much better and much sharper. So there is that. I am using a 42-inch 4K TV as a monitor, so you can imagine that it looks super pixelated. It's like Minecraft right now, but Minecraft is also a beautiful game sometimes, especially with shaders and so on. So yeah, you can still enjoy GTA 5 even at 720p on a 42-inch TV. You know what? I have played a ton of games at 640 by 480 back in the days, and even lower than that. I remember playing Battlefield 3 just to hit like 60 plus FPS 100% of the time at 300p or something like that. Just for fun, you know. I played it for like half an hour like that. It's not really playable, you can see the UI like that, but I did, and I still enjoyed my time with it. So there's that, guys. And for someone who is used to playing this game with Intel HD graphics from those really old CPUs from Intel, you would be basically in heaven with a GTX 750, you know. Guys, just go look for a 750. It sips power. You don't even need a very beefy power supply at all. Yeah, chances are it will work with what you have at the moment. And you just slot it into the PCIe slot, and that's it. Enjoy some games. Don't forget to connect your monitor to the GPU, not the motherboard, okay? Otherwise, you'll still play with integrated graphics. So that's been it for this one, guys. You can still have fun for sure with the GTX 750, as you can see, even the 1GB model. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you in the next one very soon. As always, love you all. Bye-bye.